Foreword of Going His Way, Little Talks to Little Folks. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Maria Therese. Going His Way, Little Talks to Little Folks by Rev. Gerald T. Brennan. Foreword. Sermons for children. Why not? After all, children form a very important part of every congregation. They have souls, and their souls must be saved. Children must be taught, they must be instructed, they must learn to know, love, and serve God. Guiding little children along Christ's way is one of the greatest works of the priesthood. It requires zeal, patience, understanding. But the zealous priest will find that this part of his ministry will bring to him great satisfaction and delight. For many years it has been my privilege every Sunday morning to give a short talk at the Children's Mass. In these talks I have tried to tell a story that would appeal to children, and then from the story draw a short practical lesson. I have tried to present the exalted truths of our religion in a simple, concrete way, in a way that would appeal to children, in a way that children would understand. Many of these sermons have already appeared in print under the titles Angel Food and For Heaven's Sake. The reception accorded these 2 volumes of the Angel Food series has encouraged me to add a third. It's yours for use. GTB. End of foreword. Chapter 1 of Going His Way, Little Talks to Little Folks by Rev. Gerald T. Brennan. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Maria Therese. Chapter 1. The First Visit. Do you remember the first time you came into church? That was long ago, wasn't it? Well, it's always a big day the first time a boy or girl comes into a church. There are so many things to see. The altar, the candles, the lights, the statues of the saints, the pictures on the walls, the beautiful windows. Now, I'm going to tell you about little Jo Ann Murphy and what happened the first time she went to church. Jo Ann was 5 years old, and she had never been in a church. Jo Ann had seen a picture of a church in her storybook, and her mother had told her that Jesus lives in the church. But that wasn't enough. Time and time again, Jo Ann had begged her mother to take her to church. But the mother felt that the girl was too small. The mother was afraid that Jo Ann might get tired, and she might disturb the people. Well, one summer evening, after much teasing, Mrs. Murphy decided that she would take Jo Ann to church. As they walked down Thomas Street, the mother told the little girl that they were going to God's house. She told the little girl, too, that nobody ever talks in church, and that she would have to be good. Little Jo Ann promised that she wouldn't speak a word, and that she'd try to be very good. Now, little Jo Ann kept her promise. She liked God's house, because it was so big and there were so many things to see. The little girl wanted to tell her mother that she liked the church, but she was afraid. Hadn't her mother told her that it was wrong to speak in God's house? Everything went fine until it was time for benediction. All the people knelt down to pray. Mrs. Murphy helped the little girl off the bench, and Jo Ann knelt down beside her mother. But Jo Ann didn't like to kneel. She was so small that when she knelt down she couldn't see anything. However, she didn't speak, and she tried to be good. Jo Ann listened to the music, and she heard the people sing. Now and then the little girl watched her mother, and she always found her mother looking straight ahead. After a while the mother felt a tug on her dress. She knew that the little girl was pulling her dress, but she paid no attention. She kept looking straight ahead. Then Jo Ann stood up. She raised her head and whispered, "Mama, what are you looking at?" Mrs. Murphy didn't answer. She pretended that she didn't hear, and kept looking straight ahead. "Mama," whispered the little girl again, "please tell me, what are you looking at?" The mother knew that she would have to answer. She turned toward the little girl and spoke softly. "Jo Ann, I'm looking at Jesus." "You're looking at Jesus?" spoke the little
Sample complete. Ready to continue?